Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a good day to Dr. Yana. So today our group will present about our project. The title of our project is Electricity Billing System. These are our group members. First, me, myself, Mashita, and then Diana, Husna, Amalina, and also Saranya. We have 7 table of content. First is introduction, next is problem breakdown, third is objective, fourth is methodology, fifth is analysis and design, sixth is implementation, and last but not least is conclusion. Introduction. The electricity billing system projects aims to revolutionize the conventional manual billing procedures currently in use by a small town's local utility company. The existing method involves employees physically collecting data from each customer's electricity meter and manually calculating bills. To enhance efficiency, accuracy, and overall customer service, the utility company has decided to embrace automation through the implementation of an electricity billing system. Okay, so for the problem background, the manual electricity billing process presents several challenges for the utility company. Firstly, it is prone to human errors, leading to inaccuracies in billing and potential disputes with customers. Secondly, the time and resources required for manual data collection and calculation are substantial, causing delays in billing cycles. Additionally, the lack of a centralized database makes it challenging to track and manage customer information efficiently. These issues collectively contribute to a cumbersome and inefficient billing process. Without the development of an automated system, the utility company will continue to face challenges related to billing accuracy, operational efficiency, and customer satisfaction. The risk of billing disputes, delayed payments, and an increased workload on employees will persist, hindering the overall growth and effectiveness of the utility services. Okay, so for the objective, we have 3 objectives. First, to develop a system that automates the data collection, billing calculation, and record keeping process to reduce human errors and enhance efficiency. Second, to design a transparent billing procedure, allowing customers to easily understand and verify their electricity consumption and charges. Third, to develop a system that provides comprehensive reports for analysis, decision-making, and regulatory compliance.
The next part will be methodology. We have 6 methodologies. The first one is system overview, manage customer information and electricity bills for a utility company. The system will handle inputs such as customer names, customer IDs, and units consumed to generate relevant outputs, including customer information, bill amounts, and customer reports. The second one is data structures. The system employs an array named the customer array, capable of accommodating up to 10 instances of the customer class. The third one is functionalities, incorporates a set of essential functionalities to efficiently manage customer information and billing processes. The fourth one will be user interaction, facilitated through a menu-driven interface, offering users a structured set of options to choose from. Error handling incorporates a comprehensive error handling machines designed to address specific scenarios. Additional consideration, several critical considerations can further refine its functionality and address real-world requirements.
The next is analysis and design. So this is our UML diagram that have 4 classes. First is electricity meters. For electricity meter class, uh, it contains a constant method that is unit rate to calculate the bills. And the next class is electricity billing system. That is the main class for electricity billing system. And it manage an array of customer with a maximum size. Then the third class is customer. It represents a customer that inheriting from the person class. Then the fourth class is person that represent a person with a name. And it's customer class through inheritance. Function that we use in the system is add new customer, record electric consumption, calculate bill, display customer information, remove customer, search customer, update customer, and generate report. The Java function or library that used in the system is scanner, file writer, print writer, IO exception, string matches, and system exit.
Today I'm going to present about implementation part, which is coding part. System, there are actually 4 classes that my friends explained earlier. So this is the main class, which is we have some imports to do, which is file writer is this line import specifically designed to write text data to file. Meanwhile, for IO exception is which is used to handle potential errors that might occur during file operation, and also print writer, which is to import another tool for writing data to file, and the last one is scanner, which is to read input from the user. So this is actually the main method, and also menu driven user interface, which is this one is we assign to 10 value of array. And also in this main class, we have 7 core functionality classes, which is the first one is add new customer. This one is to create a new customer object and store it into the customer array, and also it assign a unique ID, and also it validates the customer name to ensure it only contains letter. So for the next one is record electricity consumption. This one it's to prompt for a customer ID and use unique consume, then update the corresponding customer consumption data. And next one is the calculate bill. The function is to prompt for a customer ID and retrieve the customer consumption and calculate the bill using a separate electricity meter class. And the next one is display. This one is to display the all information about the customer. This one is for remove customer. And for remove customer is to prompt for a customer ID and find the customer in the array and remove it by shifting the element. And then the next one is search and update. This one search is to prompt for a customer ID and display the customer information if found. And the next one is update customer. The method is to prompt for a customer ID and allows updating the unit consumed for that customer. And the last one is generate report. In this one, it creates a text file named customer report and write customer information to it and handling potential related errors. This one. So we also have method for handling user input, which is this one, to get integer input and also get double input. So to get integer input is to ensure the user enters a valid integer by repeatedly prompting until a valid number is provided. And for the get double input, is this method does the same for double values to ensuring accurate numerical input. The last one is helper method. In this helper method is we have two method, which is the first one is to find customer in customer ID. This is to search for a customer with the given ID and returns the corresponding customer object if found, otherwise returns null. Beside that, we have find customer index. So in this method, we have to this method is to search for the index of a customer with the given ID in the customer array and returning the index if found. Otherwise, it's returning to -1. I'm gonna explain about the customer.java. This one, customer extend person. So the customer class extend the person class to represent a customer with the additional attribute. Private customer ID field is to store the customer electricity consumption, and for the customer string name integer customer ID is to call the person constructor to set the name, and then it is initialize the customer ID and set the unit consumed to 0.0. For the public integer get customer ID is a method is to return the customer ID, and for get unit consumed is a method to return customer electricity consumption. Next one is set unit consumed. This one is a method to set the customer electricity consumption, and last one is to string. It's a method to override the default to string method to provide a meaningful string representation of the customer, including customer ID, name, inherit from the person.java, and unit consumed. Also, the last one is bill amount. Okay, and this customer is extend to person class, where person class is inherit from the customer. We can see that the person class represent a generic person with a name. Beside the private name field is to store the person name. Person string name constructor initialize the name field. And lastly, the get name method is to return to the person name. And the next one is last class is electricity meter. So in this case, public static final double unit rate 0.25 is declared a constant name unit rate representing the cost per unit in electricity in RM. And also the public static final modifiers ensure that it is accessible, unchanging, and shared across all instance of the class. And the last one is public static calculate bills, which is this method is accept the number of unit consumed as input. It also multiplies the unit consumed by unit rate to determine the total bill amount. And also the last one, it also returns the calculate bill amount as a double value.
I will present about the output. So if user run the output, this is our main page. For electricity billing system, as you can see, they have 9 options of menu. For the first one, user have to enter the new customer, which is customer name. So if you click the option number 1, it will ask you to enter the number. So as you can see, if we after enter the number, the data will successful add to the system. We also have the validation for the name. User have to make sure all the input is letter and not the numbering. So if we try to enter the number, it will display an error that tell user to enter only the letter. So the second option is record electricity consumption. User can enter to calculate their consumer ID, consumer unit. So for the customer ID, if user starting from starting, the customer ID will starting from number 1. So I just enter the customer name which is Husna. So the customer ID for Husna is number 1. So we enter customer ID and we have to enter the unit that we can want to consume for the example extent. Also for the customer ID and unit consumer, we have a validation that user have to ensure that they input the only the integer, not the letter or any symbol. So if we try to enter the character, they will display the email input. We have to make sure the customer ID is the correct. And if we try to enter number 3, they also can find the customer ID. For the unit consumer, we can enter the double. If we try. So the data will save into the database. For the option number 3 is calculate the bill. We enter the customer ID and we can the system will calculate bill amount for our bill. So if user want to see the customer information that has been updated into the system, we can enter the option number 4, which we can, as you can see, it will display the customer information. If user want to remove the customer information, we can choose the option number 5. Sorry. So we can enter the customer ID we want to remove. And the customer information will deleted from our system. Customer information is not in display. So we have to add the new customer. So if you want to search and looking for the customer, we can enter the option number 6. Sorry. So you just enter the customer ID to search and it will display the customer information. Because we got, there is number 0, the total amount is 0 because we don't update the unit consumed. So we have to update first. So if we search there, it will show the customer ID. So if you want to update the unit consumed, we can enter the option number 7 and update the new integer. So if we want to see the updated, we can choose option number 4 and see the difference between this. Before is 7.8, the bill amount is 1.95. So after updated, we enter the new unit consumed is 5.7 and the amount is 1.425. Okay, to generate the report, we can enter the option number 8 and the generate report will save as the same location as we save our project. For number 9 is we want to exit the project. As you can see, the customer report will save at this and it will generate as a TXT file.
Okay, so for the conclusion, the successful implementation of the electricity billing system will significantly streamline the utility company's operations. By eliminating manual errors and automating key processes, the system will enhance billing accuracy, reduce workload, and improve overall customer satisfaction. In conclusion, the electricity billing system is poised to bring about a transformative change in the utility company's operation, marking a shift towards modernization and improved service delivery. This project reflects their commitment to leveraging technology for the betterment of essential services, ensuring a more reliable and customer-centric approach to electricity billing. So that's all from our group. Thank you.